The party's in trouble. You've gone to her rating has gone in some polls from 58 down to 22. You'd have had to work hard to be that calamitous.
That's actually higher than most prime ministerial ratings in history, but never mind. Look, polls are polls. I mean, you know, I'm not going to reiterate the hackneyed old comments about polls, but you have been doing this long enough to know that polls get it wrong. I was on your programme, I think, on Brexit Day last year, and I should call it that, referendum day last year, and I was saying we're going to win, and the polls are saying we're going to lose. And now, I take a very simple view about democracy. You never, ever take it for granted. I never, ever take my constituents for granted. I never, ever take the British people for granted. And they'll come up on the day and they'll make a judgment. They'll say when they're casting their ballot, in 11 days, no, bar nothing, in 11 days after that election, the negotiations will start. Who will they send in? Will they send in Theresa May, who's shown she knows how to deal with these characters, or will they send in Jeremy Corbyn, who's never negotiated a thing in his life?
How would you respond to Jeremy Paxman, who yesterday pointed out that there have been U-turns on social care, national insurance, having the election indeed, and in Brussels, you know them well, Mr Davis, she's a blowhard who collapses at the first sign of gunfire. What would you say to Mr Paxman?
I always love it when one commentator quotes another commentator rather than the interviewee. I think he's just wrong. I mean, the simple truth is I've seen her at work. I've seen her deal with these people. She's very firm, very determined, and most importantly here, we have spent 10 months working this programme up. We know how it will work. We know what our opening tactics will be. We know what our strategic aims will be. A free trade area, you know, a customs-free zone, and so on. And we've put the effort into that. The Labour Party, bluntly, have had 7 different policies in 10 months. The latest one is an attempt to copy ours, not very successfully, because they don't understand it. You know, we know what we want to do. We want to deliver on the British people's demand, control of our borders, control of our laws, control of our money, and we've found a way that does it, which is actually to our advantage, but also to the European Union's advantage. And that, of course, is the other trick about a negotiation. When you carry out a negotiation, it's not just about machismo, it's not just about being the number 8 who knocks everybody else down. It's about being able to identify the advantage for both sides. And once we do that, and we get the 27 countries to realise that if they go one way, it's terrifically advantageous, they go another way, it's disadvantageous, then that's the way we'll come through this. But being clear all along, you know, if they offer us only a bad deal, then that won't be accepted.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.